See if this works. This might work.
Does this actually work from you? Oh. Does this actually work from you?
What's that?
No video.
Oh, did you open it? Oh.
It's got a notification. Much later.
Bandwidth is challenging.
Yeah, I was going to say it might be a bit. So I said I wasn't sure if it was good enough to stream.
It's challenging. So I think the Starlinks. I think it's too much trees around.
Are you streaming?
G'day, Andrew. Can you actually hear us?
Hi.
You're streaming the camera.
Yeah, I am. We're
Hello.
I think we need a fourth camera,
So you don't have a dead spot.
so I don't have a dead spot. I think it's struggling with the bandwidth, but let me just adjust these. How do I? What are you actually seeing? Is it like Yarble? Just dropping the bitrate in half. See if 1500 will tolerate better. Try and smooth out the stream a little bit. Question is, does the bitrate update on the fly? I don't know in OBS. Picture and sound are fine. Okay, that's all right. We're at Merringtons at the moment, and I was just like thinking, I wonder if I can use the cameras that we have in the T-van to actually stream. We've only got one microphone source at the moment.
Who's in chat? Currently, no, we're up.
Struggling?
64 ms to Google. 217 spike on the 50.
I think
Every 5 ticks it spikes up to like 200 ms.
so. It is a bit shoddy.
Average ms is about 50 to Google.
I wonder if I can realign the Starlink to a better spot.
You ate all of them.
You get it.
I ate all the chocolate.
Why
Yeah.
are you going to have to do that? I'll have a Coke.
Sure.
Oh, you're heading that way.
Yeah.
Hey, chat.
Yeah.
You can see me now
I
because the
don't,
light's making
I don't know if chat can actually. Just let me move this. Let me move the satellite dish. Froze for a minute. Yeah, I don't know if we're back. Let me actually just go move the satellite dish into a proportionately better position.
Who's that, Andrew?
That is Andrew. If you just joined, you can
Hey, Andrew.
have a chat.
Oh, I don't want to rate the bandwidth any more than it's already getting raped.
Let
Let me bring up the chat. YouTubing. Alright, hang on, let me bring up the chat over here. I'm going to pause the video though, so I don't want to see the video. I just want the chat.
I don't know. I very well could just be making it worse though. And maybe I shouldn't touch it.
Pretty sure that's God is able.
God is able.
Yeah.
Oh, that was almost my laptop.
Any cook you what?
I don't know how good the
Any cook up? No cook up tonight. We had food in route. We had food in route, and I am currently lighting. You guys can see over there, but writing stories.
yeah, nothing too exciting. I was just curious to know if I could use the cameras in it to do
Working on the new story concept I came up with the other night that I started writing some stuff down.
Oh yeah, new story concept.
New story concept. You want me to read out the first paragraph? Does chat want me to read out the first paragraph?
I mean, this camera here is a bad camera because it's basically a crutch camera.
Looking at my toes. Whee!
We can, I mean, if we think about this carefully, we can actually get, if we install a
Yeah,
fourth camera, like, because these are
Yeah.
portable cameras, so we can
Up
actually,
There is where you want to mount a camera coming down here.
yeah.
Like up in the corner.
I mean,
Yeah,
how is the audio quality? Heater, it's beautiful in here. What's it? It currently says,
Already 94.
I mean, it's only set to,
Already
so
94.
it's set to 25 at the moment, so it's pretty nice in here. Inside temperatures are reporting at 18.
That's not a bad
It's
temperature.
So it's not a
already,
bad
it's
temperature.
already 94%. Last time I saw it, it was at 99.
Audio is good.
Audio
Okay.
was good.
Last time I saw it, it was at 99.
Yep. So it's pretty good. We're doing an actual test out. We did a test out. Me, what was it? It was you, me, Neems, and a few others. We tested this last weekend.
The Hamidans
The Hamid event. Yep.
and friends.
And friends. Now we're testing it actually with just Starlink now, and remote location. I would have been with the wife this weekend, but just events have come up, so it didn't make it possible.
Yeah.
It is quite freezing outside. On our way in here, we'll drive.
It was cold.
Oh
It
my
just
god!
dropped.
Tell them about the car.
Oh, so we're coming on our way down to Merringtons. As we were coming past the Thompson Dam, as we come past the Thompson, so we come, for those of you that know, you come down, you go over the big roundabout bit in the middle, and then you've got like a big bridge section before you cross into, the other side. As we were coming across, there's like a Ford Territory parked in the middle of the road,
Smashed driver windscreen.
smashed driver's windscreen.
And
But it wasn't even like in their lane. It was like half in the driver's lane, but not enough to stop you from getting around
on the water break bridge.
on the water break bridge. We're like,
Because I started
yeah,
slowing
no,
down.
we're not stopping.
Yeah, I started slowing down. I'm like,
There's some
what the
shady
hell's
shit
going
right
on
there.
here?
Yeah.
And like, it's
Fuck
in the
that.
middle. Like,
Not
you gotta.
stopping.
It's in the middle. It was so weird. And I started slowing down. I'm thinking, this seems so shady. I just don't want to stop.
It did seem too shady. We thought about stopping for a second. We're like, I did have a look as we would pass slowly, and I had a look. I didn't see anybody there or
I felt
around
like
it.
we didn't really see though. You couldn't really see.
No, you could see in as we were coming across it. There was no heads or anything in the car. I was just like,
Person's head was chopped off. Be sitting on the floor.
yeah, just keep going.
If Wyatt wasn't with us,
Maybe.
I would have got the camera out and we would have started recording. I would have pulled over. and
Well, if
gone over there
we're going to
and
do that,
recorded.
I'll probably go and retrieve my machete just for in caseness.
Because that's a great opening to like the all-terrain action, the movie.
All-terrain action Halloween version. But yeah, no, got to be.
I know the audio
Agreed.
might be a little bit out of sync too with the cameras because we're using a different audio source and cameras that are actually looped through the security system. So the actual fact this is working is actually quite surprising.
You didn't bring Coke cans back.
Oh shit! Hang on.
I hear.
This is why we need a fridge in here as well.
Think it, mate.
We do have
Oh.
a fridge in here.
Yeah, that was strange. But if there's a blue? I think it was a blue
Blue
territory.
Ford Territory.
Yeah, if blue territory is like on the news tomorrow, it was definitely there at 7 o'clock when we drove past it.
Some shady shit, that's for sure. And I am just working on a new story concept I came up with. Do you want to look? I came up with this concept yesterday, White, and I've already written 813 words. Pretty cool, eh?
Lee Coke. Lee freezing out there. I reckon you could turn the fridge off and everything would stay cold. That's how cold it is out there. So what's on people's agenda tonight? It's 9 o'clock on a Friday.
Writing.
If you're home, you're watching the stream, you're obviously not out camping.
Writing's on my agenda for the night.
Let me see if I can pull up the stream with my other phone.
You can have your laptop back. I've got it over here. I've got it on mine.
No, you're right. You can. No, the laptop is the microphone.
Oh, yeah. Okay, fair enough.
Yes, that's. that's how that's happening. I was just curious. I want to play this back later and see what the audio quality is actually like.
Rawr.
Apparently, I've got an internet on my other phone.
Hurdy-gurdy, hurdy-gurdy.
It's 4.
Huh?
Celsius. 4.
It's 4, is it?
Yeah.
Apparently, it's 4 degrees.
Oh, my neck.
So we get around.
That's right, it might just be crawling into bed and going to sleep.
Yeah, it's a bit like that, isn't it?
So
I'm
that's
so
4.
sore. Why? Have you got any painkillers here?
Yeah. What do you need?
Nurofen? Nurofen or Panadol?
You have to pull the kitchen out.
Oh, I'm not doing that.
That's not that hard.
It's a lot of effort. It means I've got to get up and go out there. It's cold.
It's literally 4 right now.
Oh, Chris's phone is catching up with the 400,000.
Yeah, apparently. It is.
Bring, bring, bring. Bring. Where is my phone? What's my phone?
Have a laugh at Carlton. Yeah. Well, that's 2 people. That's 2 people in here that's following the footy right now.
I'm not.
What about me talking from here? How's the audio from me over here? Because I know the heater's running and it's like making a noise. Surely that's messing up the.
Really
Everything.
tempted to shoot him in the belly with my Nerf gun from
Don't
here.
shoot me from anywhere.
His shirt had slid up just a little bit, exposing just a little bit of belly. I'm like, perfect shot.
Unbelievable.
Let's go. I'm on
Andrew
the
Carlton.
stream.
Oh, Andrew Carlton.
I'm
Yeah.
watching
Carlton.
the stream.
You watching it too?
Yeah.
Internet just crashes.
We shouldn't try and watch it. I know Starlink is capable of
Multiples.
streaming up.
Can
and
you, can you stick that on charge for me? Do you have a cable?
No available cables?
Do you have power?
Yes, lots of power.
Like, as in power? Power!
As in like 240?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. That'll charge that.
Do you have to charge it now?
Oh, it's at 35%. I have to charge it now before bed and then I have to charge it tomorrow.
Plug it into the power point. Yeah.
That's also my laptop charger.
Yeah.
Charges my phone really well. Yeah, 90
Right.
watts straight into the phone. It's like 5 amps.
Plugged in your charger, and our battery report says
0.
we're down from 18 hours at this rate down to 14 hours.
4 hours. That's a big charger.
We lost 4 hours off 90 amps.
That's a big charger, though. Like that's a 90 watt Dell charger. That's for charging the laptop.
Wait, you're in Florida?
So delayed.
Wow. You're like from the other side of the world.
75 degrees. What's that in Fahrenheit?
Ah.
No, that is 7.
Ah, Mum said go for it to shoot you.
Wow.
I had to fix my Nerf gun. I may have broken it. I was literally fixing it before I left here. I literally brought it with me just to see if it would still shoot.
Is it?
I actually cracked it all. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it was all
5
smashed.
seconds delay.
I dropped it and shattered.
It's literally like 5 seconds delay.
Could be.
So I was fixing it. I was literally super gluing it back together before we left, and so I brought it with me to make sure it would still work. Still shoots just fine.
But I mean, this is literally off grid now.
Yeah. Still got one more Nerf gun to rebuild. I've got to rebuild my sniper rifle. That one I fell over with it. I was playing with it in my bedroom and I fell over with it.
Press
to
not
test.
And I
to test.
don't know, that's loud. Could always hit. I brought them last trip.
What's that?
My lightsabers. I brought those last weekend. I took the lightsabers out and had a bit of a play with them. Do like my lightsabers, guys. Pretty cool. $300
I do miss out on my my Southern Comfort. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Andrew's having a drink before. Mentioned Southern. I'm like, oh.
Something like that, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I know, but I didn't think about it. The whole purpose of coming here was just to run
Ray-
another test.
Rayleigh is saying hi, Wyatt.
Rayleigh's saying hi, Wyatt. Hi. You like my odd socks, guys?
Yeah.
You're on socks.
You'll never ever see me with
It's very hot weather.
in Florida. Would be,
Very
wouldn't it?
hot
Yeah, it
weather.
would be. 75 degrees. What is it now? Winter. It's our autumn, so it's their spring. So they'd be just starting to heat up over there. Rayleigh, the rat bag, should be asleep.
She's like, "Hello, Daddy."
I think she said hello, White.
Why can't I send
Is the stream stabilized a bit better now? Seems like it's staying up after my realignment of the
I
Starlink.
can't even send messages. Yay!
Should I be worried about putting these drinks here? Is this table stable?
Yeah. Borderline. I like the socks. I only way to wear them. I don't even know. Am I socks odd?
Oh.
Probably.
It's Wall socks odd. His is more odd than mine are. What's going? I don't know. This is just the whole. We've just gone into night vision mode for some reason. Wake up! Hello, we've got light. Wow, they're very sensitive, aren't they? Back to date. There we go. Odd socks.
Oh yeah, I've got like.
Since our socks need night vision, the camera's that upset about how bad they are.
Oh no!
It's
I've
going
got
into night vision.
One's got an aqua thing and one's got blue.
My socks are normal.
Your socks are normal.
Actually, one sock's darker than the other.
Hang on, what's going on here? Why are we stuck in night vision mode here?
Actually, Charlie, you'll leave me to show you.
That's creepy.
What, night vision?
Now they can all watch us like real creepos.
Yeah, because it's pitch black in here, but night vision kicks in. Why our... The cameras are quite sensitive to the... Can I have this for a second?
Yeah, let's do night vision.
I'm actually quite surprised how much it triggers. Wake up. Okay, there we go. They're very sensitive for infrared.
It's a bit. They're a bit sensitive.
I suppose it's better though to have vision than not vision. Oh. So I don't actually have like a program of any thought for this stream. I literally just kicked it off just because I was just curious if this would work. Since I know that this does work, I think my plan is get a fourth camera, and we can pretty much do a full live stream every now and again, wherever we
I
are.
had an idea for a stream. We should do. I said to Chris we should do a like a 24-hour
Hang on,
camp.
Hold up. Repeat what you said again.
I had this really good idea for a stream. You guys will tell us whether you guys would actually watch it. I had this idea that me and Chris would do like a 24-hour
No.
camping stream.
Oh god, no. That's terrifying.
No, we talked about this. Remember, we could launch it. We would launch it, and then we'd hook up. We had an idea to do it anyway. Then you could see us setting up at camp, and
I think that would be very boring to watch though.
what would it be like? It'd be like 4 hours of driving.
Oh, in motion Starlink.
Yeah, that's what we talked
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
We talked about doing like maybe haven't told you, but maybe one day we might do like a full from home.
We have. No, the video's still going now. It's ready now.
I know we might be back.
Yeah, we are.
If we're back, the orbiting Starlink satellite has switched to the next one. This will probably become a common problem when streaming with around trees,
Yeah.
because you don't have a full clear view of the sky. Every time a Starlink thing
Why
orbits
are
over,
the Starlinks anyway?
we drop connection until the next one comes over.
Why even our Starlink? Why even this thing? Where's the Starlink?
Where's my other phone? Is my other phone up there? What?
No,
Nah, my iPhone.
my phone here.
Thank you.
Excuse me, just scratching my back, guys.
Starlink. Where are the Starlinks?
That's much
There
better.
is one Starlink here. Is this the one we're connected to?
Help me out a little bit, guys. I don't know what to talk about. We've only been live for
10 minutes.
10 minutes,
You
10,
talk
15
about,
minutes.
You talk about things.
We talk about things.
Talk about things.
Do you get much condensation in the van? So, with the heater on, no. I was actually toying around whether we were going to get heating or not. But after having the diesel heating, I would not have it. We overuse it. Like, it's got a thermostat and everything, so I'll just leave it set to 18 and I'll go to bed. And it'll automatically turn on and turn off to keep the cabin temperature comfortable. So if outside is like 4 degrees like tonight, in here will stay warm. Not warm, but it'll stay habitable. And I find that keeps the inside dry. Even when it rains, the inside of this never gets wet. This canvas stays completely dry. It's actually kind of crazy how good it stays in here. And the heating really only uses about 4 amps an hour, which is kind of nothing. And diesel-wise, you'll get 4 hours of maximum heating. So that's it running non-stop for 4 hours for a litre of diesel, which is, I mean, it's 5 litre capacity, so you got 20 hours of full-time running heating. With the thermostat going, it turns on, turns off. You probably get 8 hours out of a litre, I would say. Every time we've taken this camping so far, I've just left it on, just to see how much it uses, and then topped it up at the Bowser. And I think the last top up was for 3 litres, 3.1 litres, and I had it running 2 nights in a row, and I'd been using it at home all week, every night, out the front. It was actually cheaper to run this heater and be warm than it was to go inside and turn the living room heating on. So it's quite economical.
It's so delayed.
Dun, 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 dun.
Look how delayed that is.
What look how delayed what is.
Video. I just done that. I did that.
Yeah, I don't know. Probably a little bit delayed. Periodically, we might go offline for generally about 20-30 seconds while the orbiting satellite disappears and the next one comes into sight.
Which one do you think we can, Dad?
What's up?
Which one do you think we're connected?
No idea. I mean, I'm in a shirt, and it is 4 degrees outside currently. So
I'm also in a shirt, but I'm always in a t-shirt, so that doesn't count. I go to work in a shirt.
hey, dribbles in with the $8.
Woo!
Shoot him! Uh-oh. Jeez.
Oh, no.
Now, do these hurt?
Yes, they do.
They do. Jesus.
That one kind of tapered off. Hang on, let me go again.
No.
Jesus.
That one's gone.
The camera's down. Wow.
No.
Now you got to find the bullets.
I got two.
2 bullets, yeah.
Wow.
Did they hurt? No. They shot you in the pants.
No, I was trying to. Do those leave marks if you shoot them at close proximity?
I don't know, come in, we'll find out.
No, we're not going to find out.
I don't think so.
Wait, what? You
They're
got
not that
$7
bad.
from just shooting?
Why? Wait, you got $7 for just shooting? No, thanks for the donation, man. Appreciate that.
Thanks for the dono. There you go, I shot him twice for you.
Yeah, and you got to watch me run like a girl.
I don't think so.
Shoot me again, or what's going on here?
No, I was putting the clip back in. I don't think they leave mark. Hang on. Yeah, I don't even sting. Stings less than my gel blaster. That I don't have.
Wow.
No, I don't have a gel blaster.
What do you reckon of the camper, Wyatt?
That's right, guys. My plan is once all home set up properly. I haven't got around to it yet, but once I set up upstairs properly, I'm gonna have a wall with pegboards on it, and I'm just gonna have all my Nerf guns hung up on the wall like a fucking armory.
Your armory.
It'll be literally my armory. I'll have all my Nerf guns, all the mags all lined up, chocolate full of bullets. I'll see if Wyatt killed the camera.
Stop killing the camera.
I'll have like a whole wall of just Nerf rifles, all hung up, all their mags filled up, ready to go.
What's my charger doing?
Quick release bullets, so you can just pack a mag quickly.
Great. Yeah, it's great.
Be sick. Be sick, bro.
Oh, orbiting satellite. It's dropping and it's there still. Oh, the headroom. For me, it's not too bad, but we all know how short I am.
Doesn't work well for me.
Come over, what?
I can't sit on the bed, so I actually can't
Why?
because I smack my head.
Oh.
So to put it in perspective, guys,
We're not being
I'm 5'10".
That's the camera angle is
5'10".
going to be pretty
Yeah.
average.
So I'm 5'10".
Yeah, it's just going to be slightly an OnlyFans stream for a second. Get to watch crutch angles while I align cameras.
So I'm 5'10", and as you can see, I can maybe I still
Well,
can't. Even sit.
I can't. Ow!
I can't.
But
I can't sit up properly. I would have to sit slumped over. I don't fit.
I can fit my head in this gappy like wall. But you can stand here and get dressed.
I don't think I can.
Oh, you can you? Nope.
Nope. I got them.
I can.
You're short. See, up here's not very comfortable for me, but like here, I can sit up straight without too many issues. But I have to be down on this subsection. I can't sit up there because I'm
There's plenty of water down the
too
back
tall,
there. There's water.
which is a little annoying.
I think the thing with these campers are there's a lot of compromise to have good portability, and you can pretty much be comfortable that it's going to last more than your probably vehicle's going to last wherever you take it.
Well, it's not so bad because like now that this is all set up out here, I can set up out here. And
Well,
I
the
can
section out here is really good. Like, I actually didn't think I would use this drop-down annex very often, but it really doesn't take that long to set up, and it's quite easy to do.
That's your coat. See, I got me Hillinox chair here, which, by the way, guys, I'm not plugging their brand or anything, but I hadn't sat on
You can
these.
show them packed up size.
I hadn't sat on one of these prior to getting it. Glad I did. Cool thing is, though, so they back down to that.
And they're light too. How heavy do you reckon that is?
Wait, can I feel how heavy it is?
Same as yours.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it is.
We're not very heavy.
This is a little bit heavy.
Pretty lightweight.
How heavy do you weigh?
120.
120, and they're 150 rated.
And I find these really comfy. I didn't think they were going to be. I thought they were going to be flimsy, and I thought they were going to be uncomfortable as shit. Then I sat in it. First time I got it, and I'm like, okay, surprisingly comfortable. Well, I sat in this all afternoon last weekend. Literally, window open. I had a lakeside view. Sun was shining. I had a table over here, writing. With a lakeside view. Great.
This far away from the roof.
I like the breakfast bar at the back. It's an odd thing to put into a camper.
See, I said to Chris, I reckon it would be great if you were like working holiday or like if I was, riding and we were away somewhere. If you had this backed out to like looking over a cliff or like over like a lake or something, first thing you get up in the morning, make yourself a nice steaming coffee, roll up the window, and you can start your morning looking out over a valley or something.
Price? Well,
Expensive.
that's the problem. It is very expensive. I think it's almost the most expensive hybrid camper you can get on the market. They are almost twice the price of an X3, if you know what that is. I don't want to come out and say how much it is because it's kind of price is not a good way to look at it until you actually understand its full functionality. You You need to have a full walkthrough of the whole
Um,
thing, inside and out, before you look at the price.
Hey, Track Life, they're Helinox. Jumping around. Yeah, Helinox.
Pretty much. Think about. I got rid of the four-wheel drive,
You're gonna
and I got this.
Track Life.
What's this? What am I? Track Life? What's going on, dude? How's
Oh, he
life?
said the chair. How much are the chairs?
Oh, how much are the chairs? Oh,
Oh.
I can tell you that. These are about $230 or $40 each.
Worth it.
Worth it. Worth it.
Okay, my bad. Great brand. Yeah, they are good. Like I said, I hadn't sat in one prior to us buying it, and I rolled up at home and I sat and I'm like, oh yeah, I can see me sitting in this for long periods of time. They're pretty comfy.
I'll tell you what though, the weekend just gone, you would have seen I uploaded a video about this camper. I did the walkthrough, and you would have heard cameraman Darth Vader over there in the background filming it. But
I'm
I
fine.
edited that video in here on Helinox chair, this table, which is amazing also. It's they're sold out everywhere, this table, and it folds down to
Nothingness.
nothing, but they're very sturdy. But I did the edit on there, uploaded my video from over Starlink, and I think I spent 2 hours in the back here before bed, and I had a video up. So I feel like this setup is like perfect for us.
Been collecting parts for the Forester Track Life, has been.
Yes, the Forester.
It's alright, guys. Pig's almost ready.
Actually, it's been ready.
It's actually been ready since last weekend.
Yeah, and he's been
Wait,
wanting. He's been wanting to turn key, but there's not been a time where we've both been home, and there's not been a time where we had the camera gear out because we want to film it as it explodes on the first startup.
I literally the Friday before last, last Friday, literally as we were about to leave for camp, the fan belt arrived. I bolted the fan belt on, reconnected up all the battery, so it's literally sitting there, ready to turn key. The problem is, me and Chris have both not been home for because we both need to be there for about probably a solid 20 minutes, half hour.
I'd say 1 hour.
Yeah, we need to run it for a good 20 minutes the first time we fire it over, because I drained all the water out of it, the oil's been replaced, gas system's been torn out of it, I rewired everything up. I'm hoping nothing goes bang.
It should be fine, and then
Should be fine.
and then we're gonna do a video as we head over to Clark Rubber to make a bed for the back of it.
I gotta make a bed for the back of it. I've got it.
Now,
Needs work.
satellite orbiting, and we're connected.
I've been most of it's bolted back together. The front guard's back on it. I think I'm missing 2 bolts. I gotta find those and put them in. I gotta find the bolts. I've actually misplaced nearly all my bolts somehow.
I wish I had a camera when you're like, I'm missing bolts. I'm like,
They were all with it when I pulled it apart, but we've
Sure
moved
they
too
were.
much stuff around the shed, and who knows where they've gone to now. I'm missing half the bolts. Actually, I'm missing half the clips off the injectors too, but I actually lost those because they come off really easily.
oh, that's for another video anyway.
But that's on my list. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe, yeah. I don't know. Some point this week, I'll get to turn key on that, and hopefully.
Can we put a hidden camera on it when we take it for roadworthy? Just see what the person roadworthy says.
Doesn't need much. I don't think it'll need too much.
No, it shouldn't. It should.
Once I put all the
pass
front end
that
back together.
Yeah, it should pass that race. It'll be fine.
I finished all the headlights back together. They're all bolted in. Not a lot of work for that car.
Yeah, no, it's been good. Time.
I actually have been someone asked in one of the videos how far away is Pig, and I've actually been working on it for pretty hard most nights for the last few weeks, trying to get it on the road so we can bring it out for a play. Seeing these guys gen bolts and carburetors they removed, but yeah, I did for all the motor bolts and stuff. I had all that.
All mine when I did my rebuild, all into
They're not
cardboard.
the bolts I'm missing. All the bolts for the manifolds and stuff I had in cardboard. I had all those bolts. All the bolts for the motor I had it. The bolts I'm missing are the bolts for
Orbiting satellite. And we no.
Yes. Yeah, we're green.
Yep, we're good. We're back. Maybe.
No, I had the bolts for the motor, for the manifold, all that stuff. I lost 2 of the bolts for the manifold. I don't know where they went. But the other bolts, I had all the bolts in cardboard, but what I'm actually missing is I'm missing the nuts off the Rio bar for the front end. The rest is all just clips and screws, and I have all those screws and stuff. They're all in a container. I just don't have the Rio bar nuts. I don't know where the hell they went to. But a lot of that stuff was pulled off very, very early on, and then the car was shifted, and all the stuff in the shed was shifted, and I don't know where the Rio bolts ended up. The Rio bar bolts. I've got the Rio bar bolts. I've got the bash plate bolts. I know where they are too. I've got all those. I had most of the guard bolts. Apparently 2 of the guard bolts. I don't know where 2 of the guard bolts went to. I've lost those somewhere. Just poking the bear. I honestly, I can't even find, like, we have literally boxes of nuts and bolts all over our shed. And do you think I can find the one damn nut that'll fit the back of the Rio bar?
Nope.
They're all big. They're all too big for it. I can't find the Rio bar nuts. And I'm just like, you gotta be shooting me. Where are these suckers?
We've got a wreck too, but it's a V6 and it's...
Nah, but the Rio bar bolts are still Rio bar bolts. They're same. So all that has to happen is the Rio bar just has to be bolted in. That's it.
Ah!
And the front bump bar put back on.
Yeah, watch out for that stream. The stream where Wall finally starts big.
Yeah. Rio bolts with the nudge bar. Yeah. I took them all off because I pulled the nudge bar at the front end. I pulled the whole front end apart.
Ah!
And now I can't find where I put the Rio bar bolts. They will be where no, they're not where I last left them, because I'm pretty sure they were up on the windowsill next to it all, and now everything's gone.
If only I was home to show you what our shed currently looks like.
Oh, our shed's a disaster.
Ah!
It's less of a disaster now than it was like a month ago, though. Oh, we've got spare ones around, Peter. It's just a matter of finding where the hell they are.
I can actually, I think, if this works, this is going to extreme levels.
He can show you pigs.
But I think I can show you how bad our shed is right now. I'm fairly sure there is a way for me to do this.
In before he grabs it.
Hang on, bear with me.
In before he accidentally picks up the kitchen camera and Grandma's there walking around naked.
That would be awkward. Let's go to All Terrain Action headquarters. And let's just check that Grandma's not walking around naked. Alright, what do we got here? So, the shed, there we go. There's Pig.
There's Pig. There's the rear bar.
And there's the rear bar on the floor. And there's a couple of other things all over the shed, as you can see.
Yeah.
This is from the other angle in the shed. But you can
Yeah,
see how it's...
Our shed's a disaster.
Our shed is a disaster at the moment.
And so when we first started, when I first started doing...
They can't see your hand.
I know.
I'm just...
Well, you can control with the mouse, but...
No, they can't see the mouse either. It's an interactive screen.
Okay. Well, where you can see Piggy sitting there, when I first started working on it, that was actually all the way forward against the roller door when I first started working on it. So we've pushed it back an entire car length.
It's quite embarrassing how messy that is. We'll just get off that.
Yeah, so that's been pushed back an entire car length. And, yeah. Yeah, it's been pushed back a whole car length, and all the bolts and everything that were with it got moved. Some of them got moved with it, but I don't know where the other ones went to. Like I said, we have got spare Rio bar nudge bolt, like the Rio nudge bar bolt things, like nuts. So it's not like we don't have them.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm worried about not having is the little metal clips for the injectors. So I don't know if they're the same on the V6. But I don't think they'll be too hard to acquire anyway. Or someone will have some somewhere. Worst case, I feel like just duct tape them. Well, it's only to hold them. It's only to hold that.
While we're there, let's just tech screw everything together.
It's only to hold that clip down for now.
Ah.
They're not under pressure or anything, so.
What the freaking hell was that?
What was it?
I have no idea.
Oh yeah. Where's the jumping spider?
I don't know, somewhere in here.
Yeah, I had to remind you about that.
No, I knew the jumping spider was in here somewhere.
Wait, what?
Mum had a jumping spider episode in here and lost one.
Did you not see that video?
I'll show him it later.
But yeah, that's next on my list of things to sort out. Is pig.
Are you okay? So I don't know if my son's malfunctioning over in the bed quarters.
Glitch in the matrix.
And satellite orbiting.
How long were we talking for? What was red?
Satellite orbit.
Don't know. If you're missing half our conversation, it's probably because we're not realising.
My defense, I can't see the little coloured thing from here unless I'm looking right at it.
Satellite orbiting.
Well, I hope the stream's coming to you guys at some reasonable entertainment level. It's not all coming together as random. I watched the live stream pretty much all night last night in bed. By in bed, I was in the camper out the front of the house.
I suggest a metal detector will find it. No, metal detector will find lots of metal things all over the shed.
None of which is probably what he needs.
None of which is probably what I need, no.
Now the connection is dropping. 42 minutes live all-terrain action from Merrington's campground up in the Toonbine State Forest, which is actually approximately...
5 million.
How far away from home is this?
About 2 hours?
Yeah, how many Ks?
999
160.
Nicolian.
160 is my bet.
Your bet's 160?
Yeah.
Excuse me.
I reckon I can find it faster if I just click this.
999.
188 kilometres. It doesn't show my address anywhere here. That wouldn't be hard to find.
188 kilometres, isn't it?
188 kilometres from home.
Not a bad guess then. I said 160-ish.
Not bad, not bad. 2 hours and a half from home right now, in the middle of nowhere.
Yep.
Well, you can see in the top left camera, that is our camera we've stuck on the outside, just so in case a car drives into this campground and runs over it.
Runs over the Starlink.
It's also to stop creepers. Sometimes when we're live streaming, people like walk past and like, what's going on here? Creepers. I see the stream quality jumping around a lot. Like it drops.
Oh, what do I do?
So are you okay? Because I'm worried that it's completely dropping out. Like it's completely just gone. Our conversation is You can't get our whole conversation when it drops because it's going all the way down to red, but it comes straight back up to green. So now it's red right now. Tell me if you can hear what I'm saying now. It's going back up, orange, green again. Maybe the audio stays and the quality of the video just slumps. Again, it's red, green, orange, red.
Green.
I mean, Starlink's becoming that congested now that so many people have it. It's the bandwidth isn't amazing, but it's enough to do like light streams like this, I think. But at some point, live streams will just get boring. Like we could just keep going live. What for?
How can you see the comments?
Unless it's like daytime.
Oh, how
And-
can you see the chat?
I can see the chat there.
How?
What do you mean how? This
Oh.
is part of the streaming software. Yeah, fair enough. Well, that's good to know. Good to know for future satellite Starlink streams.
You surprised?
Already done 100 words.
So, what are we at?
It's then just sitting out.
Here.
Well and Chris on the live all-terrain action. 45 minutes on air. 9:43 p.m. on a Friday. Here we are without a beer in our hand because we didn't bring anything with us.
Why it is like low key impressed.
Why is low-key impressed?
In the last 45 minutes while I've been sitting here streaming, I have written 100 and something words.
Yeah.
On
The
my story.
audio stayed. That's good to know. That's good to know.
You want to read the story?
Too much words.
You can see
Too much
here.
words.
You can see here how I am pretty.
Do you actually want to do something? Do you actually want to be a writer?
Last
Let me show you
night
something.
when I was sleeping, guys, I was having.
Something you
Just
should-
ask anything. We're
I
just
do have a story that
I'm just whizzing off
Yeah, I'll show you something.
content right now.
Go here.
You can watch poor me sleeping.
Actually.
I'm fairly sure that I only slept last night. I've been sleeping in the camper out the front of the house.
Why on Facebook?
Out the front of the house for every day since we got it, almost. Not sleeping like at night, but like being out there till I was going to bed. But
Maybe you guys are new.
right now we're at a campground. We're actually at Merrington's currently. But this was from last night, and I was trying to test. I was trying to work out ways I need to make the bed more comfortable. But you can see me here waking up casually. Oh, this is 7 a.m. Let's go back to 5 a.m. this morning, 4 a.m.
6 a.m. 3 a.m.
What am I looking at here?
Oh, stop.
Why does this look wrong? What's going on?
Yeah.
Time zones are a bit. 4 a.m.
No, couldn't say.
Is it just me randomly waking up?
So you want to find?
I look very impressed.
Can you just send me the name?
These lights that you see in the actual video feed aren't actually lights, they're infrared lights. It's actually pitch black in the camper at this point. This is like Big Brother, like caravan style.
Watch those, what? He has a whole series of those. Watch those. They are the best thing you can watch.
But yeah, this surveillance software pretty much that we've got set up here.
No, we're not alone. There's some other people around. Like maybe 3 or 4.
Maybe 3 people.
Yeah.
3 people.
Not many. It's very empty. We were actually surprised. We're like, huh? Is that
Yeah.
a Kiwi?
Give us a sample of Wall's writing. Alright, give him a sample, Wall. Over to you.
I can read out the first paragraph of the story that I'm working on currently. I have too many stories I'm working on currently. Come up with like a new short story every other week. So this one's a first person story. I haven't fully written it. Actually, you know what? I won't even start at the start. I'll start like in this really this paragraph that's kind of in the middle. And excuse my inability to read out loud very well. I'm going to apologise for that ahead of time because I suck at reading it loud.
The music's too loud, maybe in the background. I'll turn that down a bit.
I'll try it anyway. Okay. Staggering away from the rubble, I make my way to Seraph, looking at his silhouette propped against the broken concrete wall. Report. Looking up at me, a sad smile crosses his lips and a small trickle of hydraulic fluid runs from his eye. Sorry, Commander. Looks like this might be the end of our partnership. As he finishes speaking, his voice glitches out and a haze comes over his eyes. Don't say that, Seraph. The cavalry is on the way. Hold out just a little longer and we'll get you back to HQ and get you all fixed up. Commander, the virus has already reached my processor unit. Please, do what you must before it turns me rampant and I injure you, or worse. This is my wish. Pulling my pistol from its holster on my leg, I slide the mag from the gun and place it in my pocket. Pulling the slide back, I catch the round that ejects and drop that in next to the mag. Looking up as Freya comes over, I pull a bright red round from its spot on my belt and slide it into the breech. Flicking the lock, I watch as the slide chambers the round and I place the cold steel barrel against Seraph's porcelain skin. Smiling, he looks up at me. It's been an honour, Commander. Raising a hand against the side of my head in salute, I meet his eyes, holding back the feeling rising in my throat. The honour was all mine, Seraph. Barely registering the recoil through my arm, I hold the salute as his body slumps to the side and slowly slides to the ground. As the final light flickers out behind his eyes, I hear the sound of a helo coming over the buildings. Reloading the gun, I slide it back into my holster and wait for a few moments as the helo touches down and some soldiers disembark. Running over to me, a young private looks at the body on the ground and looks at the body on the ground and at my wounds. Walking over to him, I pull him closer so he can hear me over the engines. He doesn't get left behind. Nodding at my words, he radios for extraction as I begin my slow walk to the helo. There you go.
There you go.
That's one paragraph. That's a little bit of the ways in to that story. But that's the one I'm currently working on at the moment. So it is nice that it's quiet here. That's just that's one of the stories I'm working on at the moment. I am also doing some
Yo.
article stuff recently. I've been writing some articles,
I'm not sure. I think it's
some
coming.
travelling
next week.
and camping articles. I've written a few, and I've also
That other site isn't public yet, so
no,
yeah.
I didn't say anything about that.
Yeah,
I just said I wrote some
I'm just
travelling and
kidding,
camping
guys.
articles.
Projects,
Crap's not bad.
projects coming.
Working on a lot of things.
We're working on a lot of things.
I'll actually have a. For those of you that are actually following my Fiction Bites on Facebook or even the website, I'll actually have next week. I'll have some cool announcements coming out. The official announcement for that technically is coming out on Monday.
Yes.
So, I think Monday. So once I'll share that to my Facebook page once that's out. But I got some cool stuff I've been working on the last few weeks with my writing and bits and pieces. So I am trying.
Catch you later, Peter.
See you later, Peter. Thanks for stopping in.
Thanks for hanging around, listening to our childish behaviour.
Yeah, but so this story is that story that I just read a part of it out. It's basically like it's a first person. It's told from a first person perspective, and it's a post-apocalyptic story where the main character has they're kind of like androids, and they go around in these little fire teams. One human commander and a couple of androids, and they go on missions rescuing civilians and fighting. I haven't worked out exactly what they're fighting yet, but they fight things.
I haven't worked out what they're fighting, but
Well,
they fight
I
things.
haven't fully worked out exactly what it is that they're fighting, because that's a lot of how I write these kind of stories. They just get written from
Yeah.
like my head to the page, so the story doesn't. I don't even always know the full story as I start writing it. Like it can be like I can start writing a story, and it can be 2 months before I actually have a good idea of the scope and depth and where I'm going to take the story. So it can actually take some time. I am what they class as a discovery writer is the best way I think to put it, which means a lot of my writing is literally done as discovery, and it's not a bad way to write, but at the end of the day it does leave me with a lot more a bigger job to do when it comes to editing at the other end, because there's a lot of plot holes or bits and pieces like that I have to go and smooth over afterwards. So discovery writers have a harder job of editing when their story is completely done. Not that most people here probably really care about that information, but
I don't really understand it.
yeah. But yeah, look, it is what it is.
So here we are on the
I like writing.
Wall and Chris live stream, all train action. 9:53, and we're 200 kilometers away from home. Listening to random music and being cold and turn the heater up. I turned it down for your story writing, so it would ramp down the sounds.
My story reading
Reading.
technically.
But it went down at the
It's actually something actually reading stories out loud is actually something I actually need to work on a bit better. And that one was
That's good writing, I guess.
the problem with yes, the problem with also reading. Moving on, what security camera setup are you using?
Yes, moving on. The security camera system we use is one that we sell to our clients. If you don't already know, me and Walt are IT professionals / engineers / consultants as trade. Hence why we have a lot of unnecessary computing gear. And this is actually a security system that we run. It's probably heard of it before. It's Unify, Ubiquity.
No, Ubiquity.
Unify.
Unify.
Unify is the platform name.
Ubiquity Unify.
Yeah, see, we're pros. No, but that's what we use. And obviously you can see how it's all linked back at home.
You've got back
Clap.
to vision.
Yeah, night vision. Look, the night vision's good at least. At least, like, if the lights were off, you can see.
Oh
They're actually somewhat impressive of how. How-
Why did it get so much colder when you turned the lights on?
It got colder.
Felt like it got colder.
They're actually reasonably impressive for the cameras you're watching us on are only $180 cameras, so
Yeah, it has a good name.
they're low range.
These are portable cams.
These are portable cameras, so we'll take us out at night. Go turn the lights back on in the cabin.
I think they link up to your Wi-Fi, don't they?
Yeah, these are Wi-Fi based, but they look a bit like
They look weird.
that there. So you can see
They look like an egg.
they look like an egg. Yeah, they look like an egg.
They look like an egg.
But these are portable ones, which only require power. They connect to the Wi-Fi network, which is why we can plot them around the campsite.
They can also be stolen.
The idea behind that is that I can use them for this, and also if we're going to leave camp, I can leave these running and just stick them in obnoxious locations to catch any thieves or busy fingers that might be. I don't know about other places, but we seem to be having a problem in Victoria with theft at campsites, so... Not that you can... Once someone steals something, they've stolen it, can't do anything about it, but if I have the content of them stealing it, that's worth something. Yeah, hey, look, they took me fridge, but this is the asshole that did it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm doing stuff outside the box with all this, and I know a lot of people go away to camp to get away from technology, where I'm finding and figuring out ways to innovatively include it, because something I want to do is actually work away from home. One of my plans is actually do a trip around, not around the whole of Australia, but a partial lap of Australia, and I want to be kind of part-time working on that trip, which is why you see what you have before you now. So, yeah. It's enough geek talk. Your turn, Wyatt. You're on.
Why? I want to be on.
I think Swan's not too bad.
And there goes the camera.
Again.
It's because it's wrapped around that cable, so the moment the wire lifts it up, it yanks the cable. Smart person would just run underneath it.
Yeah, so look, there's nothing wrong with the standard
Swan's
Swan
not too bad.
systems, or it's just we sell these systems and they're premium systems. Like they're not the cheapest on the market, but since we
They-
just know how they work.
I think they have a bit of it. I think they're doing a bit better now. They have a bit better reputation than things like Cisco and stuff now.
Heat Vision's probably one of the better ones in commercial,
Yeah, Heat Vision. But Heat Vision's a bit annoying to set off.
and it's expensive.
And it's expensive.
Yeah.
And you've got to have the right software on.
See you later, Liz. Don't worry.
Software is a pain in the ass.
All our viewers are slowly departing our wonderful presence.
Good night, mother.
But we're hitting at 1 hour here, 1 hour live
Well, I suppose it is 10 o'clock. Most normal people go to bed about now.
on Friday. Really?
A lot of people go to bed between 10 and 11. They're not like us crazy people that stay up till 1.
Yeah, I'll just leave the two cameras in night vision mode, and we'll just go to bed till the morning.
Leave it live streaming. Live streaming! You can watch Chris do his crazy cat thing.
I think I mutter stuff in my sleep, so
He does. He
Probably-
snores too.
it's probably just.
Dutch.
Oh man.
I'm not sure who snores worse, you or me. I think
Yeah.
I only snore for a bit though.
Well, I guess since it's 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock. 10 o'clock on the Sable clock.
Swan's old, but it works. So
Yeah.
I know our stream's a bit delayed too. I've noticed that Wyatt was saying that we're like 20, 30 seconds.
Really?
Yeah, but it's YouTube, not us.
Yeah, okay.
They're
Not a big fan of this one. Yeah. We're just talking about you doing a Faces out a day, actually.
well, to give you an idea,
Apprentice.
a Ubiquiti Unify setup is
Expensive.
about, to put it in the van, probably costs about $2,500 all up
With the cameras?
with the cameras. So
Yeah, but the UDM's a good chunk of that, though.
yeah, it is.
The
But-
UDM's the price, the big price on that.
That's another thing. Next Thursday night, so not Friday, but next Thursday, we should be live again on stream from Moama / Echuca on the Murray.
Oh, yeah.
So you'll probably see us there. That's about 500 kilometres from here.
From here, a bit
Go
more.
500 k's from here.
A bit
North?
more than that. 600 from here. It's a good 400 from home.
So
Fair enough.
if you're not doing anything next Thursday, tune in. It'll probably be like a 7 o'clock stream, I would say.
Still be dark. Are we doing it from in here?
Oh my.
What's that, sorry?
We're going to do it from in here, or are we...
Ah,
Or
we'll.
is that a cabin?
I don't know. Not sure. But
Why?
we'll be on one way or another. So, pinned in your calendar. You might catch us next Thursday, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock.
Yep.
And I think, since that we have nothing more to say, nor have anything interesting to talk about, we can let you guys, we can release you of your viewer's duty.
Chrome beta.
Oh no, Chrome Beta.
Chrome beta.
I do like the camera setup. Say you can just see 2 areas though. It's really good.
You said you want to get one more, though.
All right,
You're a creepo, Wyatt.
I am going to catch you guys later,
Yeah.
and we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in.
In 10 hours.
And as long as we don't get axe murdered where we are tonight, we'll see you on Thursday.
See you all. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching.
Alright. Dribbler, thanks for the $8 donation to Super Chat. I forget to mention these because it doesn't regularly happen with our streams, but since I've had a few lately, I always try and remember